I'm Anil Kumar sharing with you a test question on linear applications. The question here is: an airplane flies frequently between two cities with a distance of 3168 kilometers. When the plane is going with the wind, it takes 5 hours and 30 minutes. When the plane is going against the wind, it takes 6 hours. Find the airplane speed and the wind speed. Let me first thank my subscriber for sharing this question with me, and I hope this solution will help you all. Here is a very strategic solution to this. I will actually adopt a method which will help you to solve all such questions very easily. So what we will need to do here is, first we need to understand the relation between distance, speed and time, right? So for that, let me make a triangle here. So let me make a triangle, let's say here, distance, speed and time triangle. This is very important to understand. How are they related? So distance, d, is equals to speed into time. So that is the relation, right? So that is a multiplier. These two get multiplied to get distance. That's the formula. Now the second aspect is we kind of make a table to always solve such questions. And let us see how to create this table and then how to solve such questions, right? So in the table, we'll record all the information given to us. The question is, a plane flies frequently between two cities with distance of 3168, right? So we are given the distance. So we say distance, okay, distance is given to us. That's the first column, and that is 3168 distance. When the plane goes in with wind, it takes 5 hours and 30 minutes. So we have another column here. Let me just draw a column here. So as we are reading, we are trying to write down these values in the form of a table. It's good to write units also. So distance is in kilometers, okay. And says when the plane is going with the wind, it takes 5 hours and 30 minutes. So that is time, and let's put time in hours. 5 hours 30 minutes. So let me write here 5 hours 30 minutes. That basically means 5.5 hours, right? So 5.5 hours, since 60 minutes is 1 hour. So we can write here as 5.5. So we know distance, we know time. Now how about the speed thing, right? So speed, the units will be kilometers per hour, right? So speed is, when you divide distance and time, you get the speed, right? So what we can do here is we can divide these two. So we get 3168 is the distance divided by 5.5. So we get our speed. So this is one way, and this is the way when it says a plane is going with wind. So this is with wind. Okay, so we wrote some remarks here. So we'll see how to use these remarks to analyze the situation. Okay. Now, when the plane is going against the wind, it takes more time because the speed is slower. More time, 6 hours. But the distance covered is exactly the same, right? 3168. Time is 6 hours. The speed is how much? It becomes distance divided by time. So it is 3168 divided by 6, right? So speed, clearly from here, you can write speed equals to distance divided by time. Do you see that? So that is how this triangle is used. Let's use the calculator to calculate both the speeds. We have 3168 divided by 5.5. The value is 5. Okay, let me write in different. 576. 576. The other one is 3168 divided by 6. 528. Okay, 528. Now, can you tell me why? It is the same plane. Why these speeds are different? Well, the reason here is very simple. The reason is going with the wind, right? Going with the wind. And when the plane is going against the wind, that makes a huge difference. Do you see that? So think like this. That's your plane, right? That's your plane. That's your plane. And when it goes along with the wind, then both speeds of plane and the wind add up. So with the wind, we have the plane speed plus the wind speed. So if P is the speed of the plane and W is the speed of the wind, both are in the same direction, right? So both are in the same direction, then that is the scenario. But on the other side, if the plane is kind of returning, right, is returning, and let's say the wind is against it, it's better to say wind direction changes always, but the wind is against it. In that case, net result is that the speed will slow down, right? So we have a plane and wind is against it. So wind is going that direction. So in that, when it is against wind, in that case, the speed is P minus W. Lower the speed, right? You can see it, higher the time. So everything fits in very well, right? So what is this here? This is always some condition given to us. Does it make sense to you? So what we here did was we defined our variables. So what you have to do here, what P and W are, these are variables which we defined. P is plane speed, right? And W is wind. These are both speeds. Is it okay? So we defined our variable P for plane, W for wind. And now we have our equations. I think now it is simple to solve. I'm not left with much space, but let's see if I could squeeze in the solution. So let me just make a boundary. Okay. And provide your solution this little space. So we have two equations here. Equation number 1 is right there. P plus W is equal to that. P minus W is this. So that gives you the equation. Let me highlight, right? So these two are the equations. Okay. So what we have here is P plus W equals to 576 and P minus W. Difference of these speeds will result, and the plane speed minus this is 528. So we get two equations. Equation 1 and equation 2. Solving them is kind of simple. You could just add them up, right? So if you add them up, what do you get? You get 2P, 2 times P as equals to, let me add them up. So 576 plus 528 equals to 1104. And so plane speed is 1104 divided by 2. Now we divide by 2 equals to, well, that is why 1104 we should not get, I divide by 7, that's why. Okay, sorry. 1104 divided by 2 is 552. So we get 552 as the plane speed. Do you see that? Now you need to find the wind speed. So if plane speed is 552, what should be the wind speed? This is what you need to figure out, right? So you can always find from one of these equations, plane speed plus wind speed is 576. So you can say, well, in this case, if plane is 552, then wind should be equal to, let me use this half. Okay. So what we have here is that plane plus wind is 576. So wind speed is equal to 576 take away 552. Is it okay? So I'm just squeezing it, and then we can solve this as 24. So we get wind speed equals to 24, right? Let me push this page a bit here. Does it make sense to you, right? So we got our answer. So by adding these two equations, you can eliminate the wind speed and then divide by 2 to get plane speed, right? So let me write down answers here. We have plane speed P as, you have to include units, 552 kilometers per hour, and the wind speed is 24 kilometers per hour. You could use any of these equations, substitute plane speed, right? Let me redo it here, right? So from here, P plus W is this. So W is equals to 576 minus the plane speed, which is 576 minus 552, and that is equals to 24. Is that okay? So that is how you have to solve this question. I hope the steps are clear. I've done some repetition here, but that helps, right? So always when you have a question relating to distance, speed, time, keep this triangle in mind. Distance is speed into time, speed is distance divided by time, time is distance over speed. So these conditions may change. Sometimes you're given distance, sometimes you're given time, sometimes you're given speed. Accordingly, this table can help you solve the question. Find two equations. Substitution or elimination can help to solve it thereafter. I'm Anil Kumar and I hope that helps. You can always share and subscribe to my videos, and if you really like them, you can put a like there. Thank you and all the best.